So we are asked to determine if a number is prime or not using C programming language. And to do this, before writing any line of code, the first thing we need to do is 1. Define what is a prime number. And what is a prime number? A prime number is any number greater than or equals to 2, which has only 2 factors, 1 and itself. That means the first condition we need to verify is if our number is greater than 2 and if our number has only 2 factors, 1 and itself. This first condition is easy to check. The second conditions are 3 optimized way we can do that, living from the worst case to the best case. So the first thing is to determine that our number has no factor from 2 to num minus 1. That means if our number has any factor starting from 2 to number minus 1, then our number is not prime. That means if we can divide any number in this range without taking that, then our number is not prime. Then we have from 2 to number divided by 2. If we can divide any number in this range, then our number is not prime. And then we have from 2 to the square root of num. If we can divide any number in this range, then our number is not prime. So I'm going to write the code on the board and we'll dive in my phone where I'll run it and you can see how it behaves. This is STEMLab. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So first thing, let's include our libraries. Just include standard input output. Just include So question, why did I include math.h as a library? If you have the answer, drop it in the comment section. If you don't know, I'll explain later on when I'll be running the code in my phone. So after including math, we'll go to our main function. Int num enter any real any positive real number scan f okay, so that's it now. The first condition we need to verify is this: if number is less than or equals to 2, print f is not a prime number. Return 0. So for this return 0 means if this condition is shown, then there's no need to continue further. We stop here. You understand this line of code later on when I will reach a little bit down, but you understand definitely. But just understand this. If this condition is true, then this return 0 stops this code completely. There's no need going further if this condition is true. Because once one condition here is wrong, our number is not prime anymore. So the next thing we have an else. Else, if our number is equals to the condition here should be strictly less than 2. Yeah. Our condition here should be strictly less than 2 because the negation there is of greater than or equals to is less than. Exactly. So now our else here we need a for loop. We can use a while loop here, it's still possible, but I want to use the for loop to increment from 2 to number minus 1 to verify that particular condition. So for int n equals to 2. This is the initialization. Now we have a condition n less than or equals to num minus 1. And then we have the increment n plus plus. Here simply means we increment I or we increase I by 1 every time we run this loop. So what do we verify? We verify that our number has no factor from 2 to number minus 1. And how do we do that? Using the conditional statement. So if num percentage n equals to 0, that means if number divided by n gives a remainder of 0, then our number is definitely not prime. This is to go to the next line in the print when we'll be taking the output. Okay, so if this condition is true, then it's not a prime number. You return 0. We close the if, we close the for. What happens here? What happens here is that our for loop is going to run from n equals to 2 to number minus 1. And every time this condition will be verified. If number divided by n gives a remainder of 0, then our number is not prime. Any number that gives in this range that gives a remainder of 0, stop this code completely and it's going to print is not a prime number. So after this code has run, what do we do? If this code has run completely and we are sure no number is a prime number, then we need to say our number is a prime number. So we are also going to close this else here. That means if condition runs and nothing happens here, if this runs and nothing happens here, so since both conditions are verified, then definitely our number is a prime number. So we are going to print is a prime number. And then we can return 0. So here is why I return 0 here. Because if we don't return 0, it's going to come down and execute this line here. If I don't return 0, it's going to come down and execute this line here. Return 0 means after you do this, stop. Once this thing is true, stop. Once this if condition here is true, stop. You see? Okay, so that's it for num minus 1. Now we can just change here and just put divided by 2, verify the condition. If the condition is from n equals to 2 to, that's the only thing we need to change, or we just need to come and put square root of num. As simple as that. So I'm going to run the code in the phone and we are going to see what the different outputs are. Let's dive in. So this is the C code to determine whether or not a number is prime. We are going to enter the different values and see how the code behaves. So we are going to start with a negative number. Don't forget this was one of our conditions. Negative 6 is not a prime number, correct? Let's try with 1. 1 is not a prime number, correct? Don't forget definition of a prime number. Any number greater than or equals to 2, which has only 2 factors. So if the number is less than 2, it's not a prime number. So the next thing we verify here is run, check 6. 6 is not a prime number, that's fine. Let's check 5. Okay, 5 is a prime number. That was the first case. Now let's verify the second case, which is number divided by 2. Okay, so let's try with negative 7. Negative 7 is not a prime number. Then let's run and try with 56, not a prime number. Now let's try with 13. 13 is a prime number. Then the next thing we verify here is square root of num. Try with 2. 2 is a prime number, that's very true. Let's go to 49. No. Let's go to 48. 48 is not a prime number. Okay, let's run 91. 91 is not a prime number. And then the last, let's run 61. 61 is a prime number. So here's the code. For those of you following on TikTok, you can find the link of the complete YouTube video in the comment section. For those of you following us on YouTube, this is William from STEMLab. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until we meet again, stay curious.